Toastmasters changes lives and changes lives around the world in 145 countries where we have Toastmasters today. But you know, the one thing that I love about why Toastmasters changes lives is the support that we get in this environment. The support of each and every member, to every single member of the club. Because we are family. And we want that everybody should develop together, should grow together, and become whatever they want to become. And that's the beauty of Toastmasters. That's the wonder of Toastmasters. That's the magic of Toastmasters. And one of the best ways that we support our members are by giving them feedback. The feedback that helps them improve, that helps them grow. That's the heart of our program, isn't it? We've all had evaluations, we've all received feedback, and we've all felt so grateful to those who've provided us that feedback. But let me take you back to a time in 2005, to my home club. This was the Toastmasters Club of New Delhi. And in that club, we had a member who decided that she wanted to really work hard at Toastmasters. She had joined just 3 months earlier, and she was already on her 9th speech from the CC manual. Those of you who've done the CC manual, the Competent Communication Manual, that speech project is Persuade with Power. And she was there standing before the audience, delivering her speech. She spoke her heart out that day. And it was a fabulous speech. Now she happened to be a dentist, and her speech was why it was important for us to visit the dentist often. A little bit of marketing. And then it was time for the evaluator to give feedback to this wonderful speaker. And the evaluator came up and said, "That was a good speech. However, I have a lot of recommendations." And then the recommendations started. Recommendation 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 11, 15. It seemed a never-ending list of recommendations. It seemed nothing was right with that speech. And at the end, he closed by saying, "But altogether, it was a good speech." Have you ever heard an evaluation of that kind?
Yes.
You have, right?
Yes.
What does it do to our members?
Takes the spirit out.
It demoralizes them. It destroys their self-esteem. In Toastmasters, our evaluation, our feedback is all about lifting up the spirit, making them feel good, making them feel important, making them feel loved. That evaluation that day destroyed the spirit of that member. Now she happened to be my mentee. And later that night, she called me and said, "Deepak, I don't want to be a Toastmaster any longer. I'm not going to come back to a club meeting again." I listened to her. At that point in time, I was just empathizing. But the next morning, I called her back. And I suggested that she could come and deliver that speech at another club meeting, which I organized for her 2 days later. And so she came very unwillingly because she felt she'd received the same kind of feedback again. But she did come. And that day we had a visiting Toastmaster who came to New Delhi. And this was Balraj Arunasalam. Heard of him?
Oh, wow.
No? Never heard of him? Okay. Well, he is the immediate past international president of Toastmasters International today. And at that time, of course, he was not the president, but he came and visited the club, and I requested him to evaluate the speech. Now, I did not tell him what had happened to this young lady earlier. So he heard the speech, and when it came to evaluate, he had some good things to say about the speech, And then he came to the recommendation. The only recommendation that he had was, perhaps the title of the speech could have been a little different. And can you imagine what happened to that young lady?
Yeah.
She beamed, she was happy, she didn't know what had happened to her. It just lifted her up again. Her self-esteem was right up there again. Not only did she continue with Toastmasters, she went on to become the district governor of the district. That is the power of Toastmasters. That's the power of the words that we have for our members in Toastmasters. That's what you can do to our members in Toastmasters. How you mentor them, how you give feedback to them, changes lives. And not just in your club, in all the clubs around you, in your district, across the world, in different districts. Go out, spread the goodness of Toastmasters so that everybody has the ability to change their lives. Because Toastmasters, my dear friends, changes lives.
Yeah.